What's up YouTube? Georgia Silver Hunter back, and today's little video is something that was inspired by one of my channel members, John Peak. He has reached out to me asking if I have anything that would help him roll $50 more quickly and more easily, because he lives in an area where banks don't have coin machines, or the ones they do have charge a fee and it's just exorbitant. And the bank will accept rolled coins back, and he's trying to find a way to make that rolling process go a little bit faster. So I wanted to share a couple of tips and tricks with you guys, and something that I have made at home, 3D printing, that I'm going to cover here in the video to show you how I used to do it, because I too used to struggle rolling $50. So with that, let me get the camera up on my little perch here, and I'm going to show you guys a couple of different ways we can count out and roll $50. Okay, so first thing is first, how many $50 go into a roll? Well, it says on my wraps it's $10 worth, and a $50 worth 50 cents. So we need 20 $50 in a roll. So I know a lot of people on the internet, they start by stacking their $50 into a nice 20 coin stack. And if you have a nice level surface, one really quick way to do that is to do 4 stacks of 5. Make sure they're level. You can put your finger on the edges to see how even that is. You can then stack those up and sit them next to another stack. And again, put your finger there between, and you can tell, do you have 2 even stacks? Now, for those of you that gamble or go to the casino or Las Vegas or whatever, you're probably used to stacking chips, so this should be pretty easy for you. If not, it's something that you get used to pretty quickly. Now, once you have those stacks of 20, a lot of people will just go ahead and open this roll, and I'll demonstrate what a lot of people do. If I can get this open. So I'm going to show you the way I do it today that doesn't include my little device. But a lot of people will open this up and then just start dumping a few in. And you'll see I'm going to struggle to get those to stand up, like most people will. And you want to get those nice and flat inside if you can. And then you'll slowly add a couple at a time. And you can see that this would be very, very painful to do. Now, I have seen people that have successfully stacked up their coins, opened this up, and been able to just push the sleeve on top. I have never been able to get that to work very fast. I end up knocking over a stack, and if I've got a whole bunch of stacks, it creates a problem. But from here, you can just close these ends up. I don't want to do that because I do want to reuse that wrapper. Now, this is a method that I would say I learned from watching Enigma Coin Collector, because he does it this way, and I had to watch his video a whole bunch of times, and it does take a little practice. And these wraps are terrible. They're a little like sticky on the inside, so they won't open, which also slows us down. But his method is basically taking all 10, or all $10 worth, putting them in your hand kind of tilted, and feeding them into the wrapper this way. To me, that is so much more convenient than the other way I showed you, where you're holding them this way and dumping them in just a couple at a time. So that is the way I do it today. I can re-roll a box of $50 in about 15 or 20 minutes doing it that way. The hard part is actually making those stacks of $10. And that's why a lot of times in my videos, if you see me put them down in rows, I like that, because when I'm done with that row, I know I've got 20 or $10 worth or 20 coins, and I don't have to recount them. So that's also why I do it the way I do it on my videos. Now, I don't do that during my live streams. During my live streams, I just dump them into a bucket, and then I have to go through this process. So I did want to take a second to do this really quickly for you guys that may need to see it a second time. But when I coin roll hunt, I do lay everything out, like I said, in a row. I'll go through it however I go through it. But the nice thing is, once I'm done, I know I still have 20 coins here. So we take our wrap, we open it up. I put my finger inside of it to help keep it open, and you pinch from both ends. Hopefully that all makes sense. You do want a little bit of an angle on these coins, because as you push them in, you want them to kind of be at an angle, and they'll just kind of fall right in, and your finger on the other end will help you stand them up. So hopefully that makes sense seeing it a second time, but it's really that simple. So the little device that I showed you, and I'll put this in my store. I'll sell these for about $2.50 a piece, mainly to cover my time and the material it takes to 3D print one of these. But all it is, you can see we've got a cone on the inside, so you can put your finger in there. That's very helpful, and I'll show that in a second. And it's got a tube in it that's large enough to hold $10 worth of halves. Now, this won't help you count them, but it'll help you get close. And kind of once you learn where the $half end, you can almost guess how many you have, but I'm going to show you an even easier way to figure it out in a second. But get your wrap open. That cone is very important because it helps you just slam that thing in there and guarantee that it's open. And from there, you can just start dropping your halves in there, and you'll notice they don't always go in there flat, and that's why that little hole's there. So you can put your finger in and get it flat. And from there, you can just take your $half and drop them in. A lot of times, just give it a little shake, and away you go. And what I do like about this is, and I'll go ahead and wrap this one up, when you close that into the wrapper and flip it over, you've got the perfect amount on the other end to finish that wrap up. So that's why I made these. I used to put out 10 or 15 of these at a go, and this is how I would rewrap. I would stuff all the wrappers, dump all my coins in, and then close them up and then move on to the next batch. Now, the other thing you can do to speed this process up with this particular device is put it on your scale and let it zero out with the device on there, because we know a $10 worth of $half should weigh about 255 grams. So I'm sorry, I was supposed to put my paper in there first. Let's get the paper in there and we'll re-tear that out. Once you've done that, you can just start dropping your $half in there and let the scale do the work. So give it a little shake there. And in we go, and we're at 224.7, which is about right. 224.5, 225.5, 226. That's what you're aiming for. So when I use this method, I never even count them anymore. I just stuff them in until I hit the right weight. And again, they close up just like I showed you a second ago, like this. So if you're interested in something like this, you can check out my store at gacoinsandcollectibles.com, $2.50 a piece. There will be shipping involved in that because unfortunately I don't get to ship stuff for free. But if it's something that's interesting for you, make sure to check it out. If you like this video, let me know. Drop on down below. Leave me a comment or a like. And if you're new to the channel and like coin roll hunting, make sure you do click that subscribe button and then click that little bell and select all so you get notified each and every time I do release a new video. Again, special shout out to my channel members like John Peak, who inspired this video. I know it's a short one today, but it's just something you might need as a new coin roll hunter. Hopefully it's interesting to you, but thank you, channel members. If you're interested in channel membership, you can look below this video. There should be a join button, and there's various tiers down there. But all of my channel members, one of the main perks is you get to see my videos anywhere from a few hours to a day or two early. So you get to be the first to comment, first to see, first to like. And when I have those big scores, you are the first ones to get to enjoy it. So with that, I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you liked it. Hope you learned something. And I can't wait to see you in the next one.